Hey, you guys, thank you so much for stopping by my channel today. My name's Matt Bogosian. I've got some special guests today. I'm pretty excited. Troy and Braden. I want to let them introduce themselves. Braden, let's start with you.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm the sales manager for Harney Homes, also the principal broker for Harney Realty, and like the name Harney Homes says, I mean we're focusing on new construction primarily, and it's exciting to be on this and be able to speak with you, and also have our lender Troy on here to tell you all the great incentives that we're offering.
Yeah. Troy, go ahead.
Yeah, well, I'm a senior loan officer. Been doing it a long time, since 2000. Wow, I can't believe I say that. And I've gone through these times, and we're just out here to really talk about creative financing, because that's where it's at. It's not, they're running incentives about lowering their sales prices, and we're running incentives on rate, just because we're trying to capture more business. So we're just trying to put a positive information out there because I think it's needed.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's probably the biggest thing we're hearing is people, I mean, rates spiked up in the sixes and it just freaked everyone out, right?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess people are a little concerned about home prices because there was so much hysteria last year. But
yeah.
I mean, I don't think things are just going to drop completely because there's so many people that own homes and they want to protect that value. They're not going to just drop their prices completely.
Right.
And let the bottom fall out on them. So
yeah, that's our concern. I mean, think about it. We've had sales like last month or the following month before, and we don't want to drop the prices, or Harney doesn't want to drop the prices and really affect their value. I mean, that's definitely top of mind,
Yeah. Hey, Braden, tell us a little bit about Harney Homes, like where you guys are and the neighborhoods you have, and just like a background on you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. So Harney Homes started building in 2003. Obviously, I wasn't with the company then. Primarily, it was ran by Justin Harney, and he's the founder, the creator, and he is the Harney and Harney Homes. And I came on in late 2019. I came from a national builder background. And whenever I was speaking to Justin, he kind of wanted to bring some of that, not all of it, into Harney Homes. And since I've been with Harney Homes, I mean, we've opened up several communities. As of right now, we have, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 6 active communities. We have 26 homes on the MLS, 26 homes under contract. And without doing an accurate analysis of it, I'd say we have probably 300 lots ahead of us. And we vary in price from 260,000 on up. And we have everything from townhomes to your entry-level homes, all the way up to 4,000 square foot semi-custom homes.
Looks like you guys are mostly located, I mean, pretty much southeast of Nashville, right?
Correct. So, our home base is really in Murfreesboro, Rutherford County, but we just recently expanded out into Franklin County, which is in Deckert. So we're just right there across from the Nissan plant, down the road from Arnold Air Force Base. And we're also getting ready to open up another community called Fox Run in Coffee County. So we're really excited about that. That'll be one of the first times that the first time that we've branched outside of Rutherford County.
Nice. I think places like Coffee County that includes like Tullahoma, doesn't it? Am I thinking?
Yes, sir. That's right. So we're looking at a property in Tullahoma right now. Fox Run is going to be in Manchester.
Okay, gotcha. I love those areas. I mean, you've got Timms Ford Lake down there.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, it's close enough to Murfreesboro that you don't have to drive too far, but far enough out that you can still get a reasonable price on a home and a decent yard as well.
Yeah. I'm just kind of looking through some of your homes here. I love this one right here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's our model home there in Nature Walk, our Formosa plan.
I've loved that one forever, man. It always pops up. I'm like, hey.
It's a heck of a house, man. It's really popular.
Yeah. So, Troy, you're with Accurate Mortgage. Yeah. Tell us just a little bit about them and kind of some of the stuff you do.
Well, I love Accurate Mortgage because I've been doing it a long time. And, when you're a lender, you want to work for, someone that's a little more flexible in today's times, right? So I met Mike Hoover probably about 4 years ago, and he started Accurate Mortgage in 2003, kind of a local lender. People like that. We make decisions here in Tennessee. It's not made in other states. I've worked for lenders where their underwriters in Pennsylvania or New York, no exaggeration. They don't really have a handle on the market. when they're dealing with like investors, as an example, or if they're dealing with someone that's self-employed. I can be like, yeah, I know that business, and we can kind of be more hands-on. And I think people like that. And we have the ability to kind of like be that person that can talk to you after hours, right? So we're not punching the clock at 5 o'clock and say, hey, we can't speak to you, because today's day and times, husband and wife work. A lot of times they have to talk after hours or talk on a Saturday or Sunday. So I really think that makes us unique. I mean, everyone has mortgage programs and everyone has certain rates they do, but we hire seasoned people that basically can speak to you, person to person, really get to know what your situation is. And that's how we build a relationship with Harney Homes. That's what they needed. They didn't need someone to get a tough deal and be like, we can't do that because our computer says no and we have to move on. And, we treat you just like an order. We really kind of dip in, meet people at the model homes. I can't tell you how many times I've done that to save deals.
I love that. Like, I mean, how many people are on your team just with you? Like 3 or 4 or something?
We have 5 now. Yep.
Yeah. Because like any transaction you and I have done, I'm seeing emails go back and forth from the different people on your team. They're saying, hey, we need this. They're just like on top of things.
Yeah, it's exactly right. You're not going to like a call center or department, right? That's kind of like old school lending. And I love that because you need that, because I mean, you're buying a home. I mean, this is the most important thing. You're moving your family somewhere. I mean, you have to speak to all parties involved, husband and wife. Let's get real. Sometimes they don't communicate.
Right.
So I have to be the in-between person, make sure everyone's on the same page, communicate with you, the realtor, communicate with you, the builder, just so everyone's on the same page. I call myself kind of a project manager.
Yeah,
that's kind of what my job is, to make sure everyone gets on the same page.
So we talked about before, everyone's got an issue with rates, of course, right now.
Yeah.
And I think it's because rates were so stupid low and people got used to it. Now they came up to kind of normal and people just aren't really willing to deal with them. So Braden, what are you guys doing to try to kind of combat that and help people get into homes and not have crazy payments?
Yeah, absolutely. So in some of our neighborhoods, one of the first things that we did is we did a few price reductions. Yep. But as you know, I mean, if you know anything about mortgages, price is only going to reduce the payment so much. So we're like, man, we need something better than this. And Troy approached me one afternoon and he's like, hey, have you ever heard of a 2-1 buy down? And I was, no, just like everybody else. And then Troy presented it to me, and essentially what it is, and I'm going to explain it as best I can, then I'll switch it over to Troy. But basically what we're able to do is we're able to go ahead and lock that customer in at the current market rate. So you're getting that peace of mind knowing, let's say the rate's 5% today, you're locking in at that 5%. And then we, the builder, Harney Homes, are buying down the rate the first 2 years. So your first year will be 2 points. So you're getting a 3% interest rate that first year, 1 point the second year. So you're getting in that 4. And then from the third year beyond, you're getting that 5%, and you can refinance at any time. So it's very much like an ARM, except without the gamble, because you're locked in and you're safe and you're protected.
Yeah. Exactly. Perfect.
That's better.
Good job.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's better than renting. I mean, right? If someone's out there renting right now, you do this, it keeps your payment down. You're getting to, they're paying for the rate buy down.
Yeah. Exactly.
And your
national average of appreciation, 7%, right? I like to throw that number out there because we're in a high appreciating area, as you all know. What is it, like 28%, 23% last year? Crazy. And they're saying now it's going to be like 15%. So why would you rent? Let's say the national average is 7% on a normal home. You can make $25,000, $30,000 just by making your mortgage payments.
Yeah.
I tell young kids that all the time. The best thing I ever did was buy a townhouse that no one told me to buy. They want me to rent, and I bought it. The HOA was $500 a month, but I made more money than I ever had in my life. I only walked away with $50,000, $60,000. That was more money than the stock market was ever giving me.
Yeah.
Or anyone.
I told someone about this program the other day. I said, yeah. I said, I don't know a lot about it. And they said, yeah, but then you go to whatever rate it is, 2 years from now. And I said, no. Yeah. I said, you're locked in. And they were like, what?
Yeah, exactly. So you can do it on the seller side. Sorry, Braden, go ahead.
No, Vaughn, I was just going to say, so if you're watching the news 3 years from now, rates have gone down, you can always pick up the phone, call Troy, refinance. Or flip side to that, what we're seeing on the news today is that doom and gloom. Let's say they've gone to 6%, 7%. You're like, thank goodness I locked in at that 5%. I'm protected.
Yeah. I've never looked or it's been a while, Troy, this kind of question's for you. I haven't looked at rates historically, but how do rates ever stick in at 1% and just I say 1% at a certain percentage and just stick there for years?
Well, they were at 5.25 for a long time. When I first started in the business, early 2000s, they were around 7.25, and there was a huge refinance frenzy, right? So they stayed around 5%, 5.5%, shoot, all the way through all the real estate boom in early 2000s, right? And then when the recession hit, they actually stayed steady. I mean, that's the one thing weird about the recession. And most of the time, recession rates drop, and then also prices drop. But during the recession, they kind of all stayed the same. But no one wanted to qualify a loan because the stated income programs and all those different weird programs that used to creative financing that are coming out now no longer existed.
Yeah.
So, it was about jobs, y'all. So, I mean, I've been in real estate so long, and people talk about interest rates and sales prices and all that. But if people feel uncomfortable about their job and where it's going, they're not going to buy. I really feel like that's what's going on. I really do.
What do you guys think about this? I was talking to someone the other night. Just gas prices alone. Never mind anything else about inflation. Never mind the war in Ukraine.
Yeah.
I mean, people get really freaked out by high gas prices, even if it's only going to cost them $1,500 extra a year.
Right.
Exactly.
So I think that affects our industry. And I mean, here recently they dropped a little bit. I'd love to see them drop more. Of course.
But let's talk about lumber. Not to talk about, Braden and his business, but let's just talk about builders in general. They're going to still make margins on if they drop sales prices, because lumber has just plummeted. I mean, I kind of follow that from Justin Harney. He kind of told me to kind of watch that number, and lumber has definitely dropped down in cost. So I do feel like they still can make money, which is different than the 2007 and 2008, where that was not the case. Builders were just losing themselves because they overbuilt. I really feel like they're in a good place where they still can make money.
Braden, are you guys still seeing issues with supply chain stuff, getting stuff?
Yes and no. So it's on certain items. It's not to the extreme that it once was. And again, I would have to talk to my CMs to get more in depth with it. But you're hearing it on certain things at certain times. But it's not as bad as it once was. It was so bad at one point that we were even putting different color garage doors on houses just temporarily so that we could go ahead and get them closed, having to come back and replace them. So everything's kind of normalizing to an extent. But then again, I don't really play in that arena too much. That's more Justin and the construction managers, where I'm more on the sales side of things.
Yeah, smart guy.
Yeah,
stay out of that operations crap, man. I've always I have a roofing background, and they would try to pull me into those operations meetings. I said, I don't want any part of that.
Yeah. No, man, I don't understand it like they do.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, cool. I don't think I have any more questions for you guys. If you're watching this video, I'm going to put the link to Harney Homes website in the description below, and I'm also going to put a link for Troy, where if you're thinking about buying a home anywhere really in Tennessee, aren't you licensed in other states too?
Yeah, Alabama and Florida.
Okay. So most people are probably finding this video that are looking here in Tennessee.
Yeah.
I mean, regardless, Troy can help you with your loan. He's with a great reputable company. So just you can click on the link in the description and you can apply there. So
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Besides that, I encourage you guys to reach out to Braden or Troy and check out Harney Homes. I think you guys will be impressed. Are you guys still doing that? At least on the homes. I don't know that you do this on the townhomes, but I love the epoxy on the garage floors.
Yes, we do that company wide.
Really?
So every house that we build,
townhomes, everything. Yeah.
That's crazy. Like, I know it's such a small thing and you're probably like, why do they care? But like,
No, I get it.
I just love a good garage. So to see that you guys are doing epoxy, at least you're doing something above and beyond.
Yeah,
absolutely. That's why we sell people too. And going back to this video, if you're watching this video and you're curious what Harney Homes is about, first off, go online, look at our reviews. That way, you know this is good business. We're very proud of reviews, our reputation, and the homes that we build. And two, we've got a model home open 7 days a week. We're open every weekend. We're open on holidays, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. and 11 to 7 on Sundays. Come on out and take a look at these houses, and you'll see all the little touches. Because, you know, there's a lot of people out there building houses, but it's all the little touches that we put inside the home we feel like makes the difference. Matter of fact, what I tell most people that come into our model homes, this is as nice as you're going to get without doing a full custom home. And I stand behind that.
Yeah, for sure. You guys do have beautiful homes. So
thank you.
Yeah. So guys, check out, they've got townhomes too. Where are those townhomes? Those are in Murfreesboro, right?
Correct. So it's our model home's going to be 4349 Doral Drive, but it's right there where Manchester Highway and Joe B. Jackson Parkway is where they meet. We're just right there on the corner. So it's a townhome community. We're going to have 198 units in total. We're going to have 2 dog parks, clubhouse, swimming pool, all kinds of great stuff. It's a really sought after community.
Better than renting, guys.
100%.
Get yourself a townhome. What I would do if I was someone renting right now, it's so hard for some people to even picture themselves doing this, but just hear me out.
Yeah.
I would buy a townhome instead of renting, and I'd move in. I don't know how long, live in it as long as I can, and try to, you know, make more money and advance in my career and also save up. I would keep that townhome and keep it as an investment property in the future.
Yeah, there's no stopping you from doing that. Exactly.
And move to a home. Now, I understand that it's hard for a lot of people to like picture themselves doing that because they're like, how am I going to save up money? There's ways to do things. You just wait for the right time and it can happen.
3% down, and sometimes we can go 100% if you're a veteran, right? And then you can do this 2-1 buy down program where your rates can be all the way down to 3.375 that Braden already spoke about. So you can wait for the market to recover and then switch it over to that, you know, townhome or investment home that rent is probably going to be the same that you can charge where that end rate will be. So you're not having anything out of your own pocket. You're given 2 years for your property to do that, you know?
Yeah. Things are going to change in 2 years. I guarantee it. I don't know if the interest rate
election year is going to happen.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Miraculously, things will start to
all disappear, right?
Yeah.
Well, guys, I do appreciate you guys coming on today. And like I said, if you're watching, please give these guys a call. So
absolutely. Thanks for having us on. I appreciate it.
All right. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Thanks a lot.